Some people think that, hey, the way of the world is bad, and if we just fix it with voting, with hey, we just need to educate people. We just need to tell people oh, hey, do this, do that, and we'll educate people. We'll inform the masses. We'll do this, we'll do that. No, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. I'm sorry. You're wrong. I'm sorry. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I love you all. You're just wrong. The solution is we have a plague. We have a cancer, a myriad of cancer throughout the United States entirely. And effectively, the only solution is to find the cancer points and to remove them. So the idea of oh, but our children will rise up and do amazing things and it'd be amazing. And it's no, sorry, you're 30 years late. No, that was something our parents should have indoctrinated us to. That's something the boomers should have been hey, sorry, we're don't like that you're educating our kids with communistic ideology. So no, we're gonna do private school, or no, you're fired, or no, whatever. And our parents failed. I failed in that regard. The boomer generation totally sucked. I don't know what the generation is after that, but silent generation, whatever. So effectively, we're in a situation right now, which is oh, hey, one of my best friends who just hung up on me is oh, well, we'll just raise kids. And I find it hilarious because she's we'll just raise kids. And this woman didn't want to have more than one kid. So she had one kid, and she didn't really raise her kid that way, but whatever. So she's had one kid, and she's we'll just raise kids other people will just raise their kids. And I'm but you didn't do that. And on top of that, you didn't really contribute to the pool of kids. You had one, which isn't, if you had three, then it'd be all right, cool. But you had one. So fuck you, and thanks for nothing that you suggest to all these other supposed people to just have abundance of children and be involved in things in education as if it's going to happen next year, or by next year, in 30, 40 years. It's going to happen right now. It's going to happen right now. So here's my thing. Here's my issue. Is no, this is happening right now. You have bad people. And I want to tell you who's bad, because I don't know. But there's a lot of bad people. There is so many bad people in the government. And frankly, their crimes are not visible. They've done bad things, probably. I don't know. And it's an interesting quandary where it's okay, if you've done a bad thing, let's say you jaywalked, okay? You jaywalked, nobody saw it. Should you be arrested for it? Should you be critiqued for it? Should you pay the fine, yada? And the government, the funny thing is, the government will be oh, we recorded you doing this thing, and we will cite you and we will charge you for it. And that's how it is in China, and frankly, how it's coming to be in America. So here's the thing. Why is it not okay? Is it arguably okay to be okay, well, you person who's in a public office, we found that you've done a lot of illegal things. And perhaps those legal things need to be made public. And that's my argument, is like, well, if AI and the publication of public stuff and all this stuff is coming out and becoming more and more like, oh yeah, your credit card data is becoming available, and if you're on Facebook and you're on Twitter, I don't know so much about Twitter, but Facebook, Instagram, whatever, is public information. Like, they're basically, you're the product. Well then, why is not the people who are supposedly taking responsibility, who are supposedly in control, why are they not the product? Excuse me. I don't know. I feel like the people who are our public defenders, our public authorities, I think they should be held accountable for their actions. If they've done things that are bad, I feel like those actions should be public knowledge. Because if you're a public servant, then frankly, everything you do while a public servant and before you became a public servant and after you were a public servant, all that should be public knowledge. It may not be good form to say it, but no, I think that's the case. Is like, no, sorry, Mr. Senator, you want to be a senator? Cool, not a problem. Let's know about you and your family. Public information. I want to know all of it. You want to be a representative of whatever state, California or Arizona? Good. Then I want to know all of your public information. I want to know all of your finances, all of your private information, frankly. Not your public information. I want to know your finances. I want to know how much you're paying for your house. I want to know how much debt do you have. I want to know how many marriages you've had. I want to know how much you're paying in alimony. I want to know all these things. Why? Because if you want to represent this state, then you should be willing, then that data should be public, where any person can access it, whether it's whatever. And that's the Senate. If you want to be president, then yeah, no, for even more so. And hey, fun fact, I think you guys should take drug tests, because if I work and I have to occupy a freaking forklift, and I have to take drug tests, which I will happily pass, no problem, because I don't take drugs, then you should take drug tests every single week. Or every month, whatever, I'm not trying to be a dick. But like you should take random drug tests. Because I don't trust you people. I don't trust you. And maybe we get to the point where like senators and House representatives and presidents are like understandably not inebriated. And that's great. But we don't live in that world. And even with Trump, like, hey, what is Trump on? Is Trump on something? I don't know. But maybe we as people need to be like, hey, it's messed up that if I work for an industry or a company and they expect a drug test from me, which in all fairness, I think is totally okay. I don't mind doing. I don't have an issue with it. I think they're totally justified to ask that. And doing the random drug test, fine with me. I get it. I have an issue. Why is it such a weird thing for senators, House representatives, and presidents? They don't do those. That's. Do you not find that weird? And if you find that weird, I feel like you should like it, and I feel like you should comment to your friends and other people and be like, hey, what the heck? Why is Biden not drug tested? Why is Trump not drug tested? Why is Kamala not drug tested? I'd love to know why she cackles so much. It'd be great. It'd be great to know. If anybody could tell me like how much cocaine she's on, and that's why she cackles so much. I don't know. I'd be curious because I don't know what the cocaine dosage is. But it's weird. I'm not saying she's on cocaine. I just don't know. Just she's on something, or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe she's just weird that way. But like it's weird how she talks. But I'm like, I like to know. I feel like it's actually relevant data for me. Because if you want to run for president, I should know what you're on. So, I hope this video expands. I love you all. Playman out. I'm sorry, guys. We need to change stuff. We need to change stuff. I don't like it. I don't like where we're at. I want things to be better, but I don't like where we're at. If it doesn't get better, things are going to get way worse. I love you all. Playman out. Bye.